of the series. See you guys very soon.
It's showtime.
Hello guys, and welcome back to the STPL. My name is Kix. I'm your host, caster, and organizer of the tournament. Solo casting today, so unfortunately there is no rapid, but still should be a good game nonetheless. As we move on to our second game here, I know I did already give up the name of the map, but just for the people who are tuning in for the VODs, let's head on over to the overlay and let's have a look at what players we're going to be seeing here. Oh, wrong one. Okay, so starting us off here on the left-hand side of your screen, we do have the Protoss player for pSi. It's going to be Grast. Now, if you're not sure who Grast is, he is the captain of pSi, the Bulgarian team. I believe they're all from Bulgaria, but still European team here. Did go 1-for-1 last round for his team, 0-for-1 this round so far. But still, he'll be looking to put in a strong performance here in their final series of round 2. They did not make it into the playoffs, unfortunately. But they are going to be up, or Grast is going to be up against Future, playing for Media. Now, Future actually 3-for-2 in the STPL, 1-for-1 against Protoss, so this is going to be a PvP. He didn't play last round. This is Media's debut round in the STPL. He streams a lot recently. He's actually currently ranked 7th in the STPL. Now, of course, there are a lot of people that are ranked the same number, just because there are a lot of players in round 2. There's a lot of players with the same amount of win losses, just because there is so few. Well, I say there's few games, but I put a playlist together of all the STPL round 1 and round 2 games, and overall there's over 240 games been played in the tournament so far, and we have still got a long way to go. We've still got 2 rounds after this, but either way, they are going to be moving on to Aztec. Now, Aztec, a very fun map. You may have noticed it and learned it a bit more now that it is on ladder, but it did spawn from the 2011 Gyeongnam STX Masters Cup, a Jungle World tileset map. This was a revision of the original Aztec, which I think was from the 2010 Shinhan Bank Pro League. But the Neo version did keep the droppable cliff. The only one that removed that was actually the IC Cup version of the map, which I don't like very much, so hopefully people don't play on that one. But either way, this is going to be on Aztec. Mineral only thirds, is a PvP. Going to be a 3-player map. There is inverse ramps into the main, so much like Gladiator. I know that Artosis recently have been saying that inverse ramps in PvP leads to coin flip games, but it really doesn't. There is a little bit of an early battle to see who can hold on to that high ground. But it should be good either way. So let's head on over to the game, and let's see what's going to happen in our second game of the STPL today. It's Media, or pSi versus Media, Grast versus Future, in Week 7, Round 2, Day 1. Let's go. And speaking of going up here in, well, I say up here, over here on the left-hand side of your screen, in the peach, it's going to be fighting for pSi. It's their captain, it's Grast. And over here, fighting for media in the right-hand side of your screen, it's going to be in the orange. It's a PvP, of course. It's going to be Future fighting for media. Now, PvP, obviously not my specialized matchup, but I've seen a lot of PvP throughout the STPL, so I've learned a lot about the builds, a lot about how certain players play it. Now, Future, so far in the STPL, in his 2 PvPs he's played, he plays a little bit more conservative, less likely to go for a 2-gate, more likely to go for a gate core into Observatory off the back of an expansion and things like that. Grast, I haven't seen his PvP so far, so not really too sure how this is going to play out from him. But this is a very good map for aggression, so it'll be interesting to see if we do have a 2-gate coming in from either of our players. Now, of course, neither of them have gone for that forward gateway, so it does mean that there's going to be nothing too fancy going on from either player. Looks like both of them going to scout in the wrong direction to start with, unless Future changes the probe direction. Oh, there we go. It's going to go... they're going to run into each other, going out of the main most likely, so not the best of scouting from either player, but going to be lucky. Now, Grast is in fact going to go for the 2-gate. I did say that it is a little bit of a very good map for aggression, especially from Zealots. As you can see here, there is the inverse ramp into the main, so you actually have to take the high ground against your opponent, and if you get a Zealot wall up there, it makes it very difficult in PvP to break out. And here we go, looks like both of them going to scout each other now. Unfortunately for Future, he did have to check the entire base just to make sure it wasn't just an incredibly late scout coming out. But my prediction was correct. Future is going to go for 1-gate core. Very, very normal from him. Now against Telecom on Troy, we actually saw him defend against Telecom's 2-gate very, very handily. So it'll be really cool to see how he does here against Grast. Now, of course, he's going to scout this very late, if at all. It's going to be very difficult to actually get past this Zealot on the ramp. And is he going to be able to do it? Now, it looks like Grast is going to get his probe in unhindered. We do actually have a second gateway coming up for Future behind this. Future a little bit privy to the fact his opponents have been going 2-gate a lot. Gonna counter it with his own without even scouting, just to be safe. And there we go, a nice little bit of Zealot, or a little bit of probe dancing, trying to get his way around the Zealots. Gonna find the other Zealot on the ramp though, and that'll force him back. And a lack of information here could be very costly for Future. He doesn't know if his opponent's got gas, he doesn't really know exactly... Oh, wow, actually Grast is gonna let the probe into the main. He's gonna send all 4 Zealots right away. And this is gonna give Future the information he needs. Now we do have a single Dragoon out for Future. That's going to be the only unit he's got so far. He is going to be relying entirely on Dragoon Micro here to try and hold on against Grast. And is it going to be good enough? We actually have Future only building out one of his gateways at the moment. Looks like he's finally realized a shield battery coming in here. He knows the situation could be a little bit dire. We see another two Zealots following this probe out. And here we go. What is the Micro going to be like for Future? This is going to be all or nothing for him. This is the only unit in the game right now, and Zealots absolutely demolish probes. Oh, here we go. Second Dragoon is out. This is when the Micro gets a little bit harder. You need to macro that Zealot back, or the Dragoon back even. The Zealot, or the Dragoon at the front, doing a pretty good job. We have the shield battery being used already. Microing onto fronts is Future. We have another couple of Dragoons coming in. Now the Zealot actually blocking the Dragoons from getting in, but really great usage of that shield battery so far. The other Dragoon's still alive, so Future doing an incredibly good job to micro against this. But there's more and more Zealots coming in. It's only 2 Dragoons. The shield battery is not going to last forever. Another couple of Dragoons should be pushing out soon, but he needs to make sure he doesn't lose too many probes in the meantime. A nice shield battery hit does go down on the Dragoon again. Doing a great job so far, but starting to lose probes. This is where Future's multitask is really starting to come into effect. Now he does have 4 Dragoons now. This should be enough to finally clean this up. We actually have the 5th Dragoon coming back in. Oh, but that Dragoon may go down. I'd just like to point out, Future still has not lost a Dragoon. What an incredible job by him so far. And Future looks like for now he's held the attack has stopped by Grast. Grast knows that it's not working anymore, and behind this, Grast is going to go for the Hail Mary. He's added on another gateway, and what is he going to do with it? Is he going to go all in from here? It's very hard to build a Nexus with a third gateway, and it looks like he is going to try and do his best to actually hold against a counterattack by Future. This is the problem. When you go for 2-gate and it doesn't work, your opponent suddenly has a lot more units than you do. And here we go, this is the result of that action, as we do see Future is trying to break up this ramp. He should actually go around to the bigger ramp, and this could be a bit of a mistake here by him. He's lost his first Dragoon now, but pushing up against that small ramp is a fool's game. You can see how long that Zealot is surviving, but it looks like he still wants to try and break up the ramp. He's actually losing a lot of Dragoons doing this, but does he just have the numbers? The Dragoons going down one by Grast as he tries to hold on. It's going to be 3 versus 2. It's now the defender's advantage, so it's going to kick in. It's 4 versus 3. 3 versus 2 in the other way. These Dragoons are damaged from earlier, and it's going to be 3 versus 1. 3 versus 0. And Grast has effectively held on to the counterattack, and he finds himself with a supply advantage. Now, we do have a Robo facility coming in for Future, a Robo support bay coming in as well. But he is going to have to now hold against Grast's 3 gateways. And this is going to be very, very difficult for him. This is when you really start to have problems in any tournament. When you start to throw away units in a mirror matchup, you may be able to counter through the game, and it looks like he may have a big trouble holding on. It's going to be 2 versus 3. This is not going to be an engagement Grast can hold on to, and unlike Future from before, he doesn't have the high ground advantage. And here we go, the Dragoons jumping into the main. There is still a shield battery. Some probes have been pulled, using the shield battery quite effectively here. With the probes being pulled, though, I think this could be a little bit too much for Media or for Future to hold on to here in this game. Now, the shield barrier is out of energy. This is final Dragoon. The probes not going to be able to do too much, and GG. Future taps out, and Grast will win the second game in a row for pSi. Okay, that is a little bit unfortunate for Media there. They're currently 2-0 down in the final game of the STPL round 2. They will of course be back in round 3, as far as I'm aware. They've not said they're dropping out for any reason. So obviously after the next couple of games, don't forget to support them. Send them, obviously support their streams as well. Same goes for pSi. If you see any of the players from any of the teams from the SCPL, do tune into them when they're streaming. They'd appreciate the viewer count, I would say. But either way, I'm going to take a quick 5-minute break. I'm going to show off one of the things I've been working on just while I'm in the break. So I'll be back in just over 5 minutes. See you guys very soon.